Welcome to Beneath the Crimson Moon. This is an exploration puzzle game inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's Masque of the Red Death. And in it, you play as Minerva Canstone, a woman on her deathbed who is trapped in dreams where she's forced to confront her mistakes. It is completely free, and I'll have a link in the description to where you can check it out for yourself. Let's begin.
My name is Minerva Canstone. At this moment, I lie on my deathbed, an old and weathered woman. In my dreams, these dreams, I am young and guilty. To progress, I must build. To build, I must destroy.
To progress, one must build. And yes, if you found that voiceover to be a bit quiet compared to the music, you are not alone. I actually tried to turn down the music volume, but it didn't seem to do anything at all. Seems like the music is not actually hooked up to the music volume in the menu, so unfortunately I can't change it. To build, one must destroy. Let's destroy it. And if you notice, the bricks counter in the top left now says 8 out of 8. So now with those bricks that I just collected by destroying that, I can go build this bridge. And there we go. We have repurposed the bricks. Look at that bloody water. Literally bloody water. It's kind of beautiful because it's CryEngine water, but it's also disturbing. Yeah, some buildings can be destroyed after being built, so we can take this back up. Yoink. You can see there's the shadow of a ladder here. And we need some lumber. Which we can get from this rather dramatic bloody X on the wall. There we go. Got some lumber. So I am stuck in her, I'm stuck in her dreams, and she's confronting the things that she's done, mistakes that she's made, and guilt. Which makes it a bit disturbing that there seems to be a theme of blood going on. Like this bloody X and the fact that all the water seems to be just completely soaked with blood. Is that a commentary on how she feels her life has gone? Well, and the central kind of... There we go. The central mechanic of what you're doing is to destroy stuff to then rebuild and use it to help yourself. Is that a commentary on what she feels like she did in her life? Like tore down other people and other people's things to help herself or something? The music is really good. Look at the contrast of that red on that smooth, kind of clinical gray. I really like the visual style. It's beckoning me.
My entry into the world cost my mother her life. Devastated, father raised me alone whilst running a construction business, though his true passion was science. Although he sacrificed much of his life to his studies, he was determined never to neglect me, nor even his business. In my dreams, the streets are empty and lifeless. There is neither person nor creature left to fill them. The air hangs thick with sickness and death. A castellated abbey looms over the distant horizon, above buildings devoid of vivacity. I sense I must make my way there, for I'm afeard I shall share their ugly fate.
Took the bricks and left behind the water. It's just really pretty to look at. It's almost like there's things swimming under the water. Different ways I could go, but before going here, I want to check out this X. Ah, need some lumber for here. I can probably take this thing's lumber. There we go. 3 pieces. I don't know if that's enough. Oh, look at that. I think I found an Easter egg. It's an adorable blob monster thing. It looks so happy. I wonder what these are. They're just like, they randomly show up. It's almost like somebody started to draw in, like, a stone ground and then stopped. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe at some point I'll be able to do something with that or something. Maybe that's enough wood. I suppose it has to be, because I don't think there's anywhere else I can go. Oh, no, I can go over here, actually. Missed one. Can I take it back? It seems I cannot. So I can take bricks back, but not lumber. Oh. There's like blood smeared across that building. That doesn't look like an X, that just looks like a smear.
The God-fearing people saw science not as progression, but as a nebulous threat, resistant to the unequivocal potential that with science, we ourselves are gods. It is for this reason that Father's studies were performed discreetly. He would unearth the secrets of our world for the benefit of those who would hang him for his selfless act. The most brilliant, wise, and altruistic man I would ever have the privilege of knowing. Reduced to something so beneath him, a construction worker. It's barren, a blank canvas, but for the occasional splashes of crimson. The men and women would paint diagonal red lines on the outer walls of tainted households, one for each of those infected. When the infected passed, new lines, mirroring the previous ones, would be painted atop them, forming red crosses. The plague was promptly named the Red Death.
Ah, the Red Death. I should mention that I can only actually hear what she's saying like 50% of the time, so I'm probably missing parts of the story. It's just really hard to hear. But I think I caught the important parts. Oh, I just built a barrel. Whoop, 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 whoop. So did you say if there's crosses, that means the infection has passed? Oh. I didn't necessarily want to jump over. I guess I'm stuck here for now. Unless I can find more lumber. I think that's where I'm supposed to go, but I'm curious what's over here. This might just link up to the other spots where you can fall over the ladder. Or is this back to the main spot? Ooh, might be some lumber I can take. There is actually a crouch and a jump, although I don't think you really have to use it. Oh god. I just realized that's there. Well, it is called Beneath the Crimson Moon. Don't actually know if I need this wood, but it doesn't hurt to have it. This isn't necessarily where I was supposed to go. I probably needed those bricks for something. But I need to take them somewhere else. I think. I don't see anything to do here. Oh, what the? It's all an illusion! Oh, that's a big building over there. Well, I guess I could finish all the ladders. Not that that should really make a difference. Yeah, I have no idea where to go at this point. This is right where I started. I need bricks for something, but for what? I guess I kind of need to get in here, don't I? Yeah, I think I need those bricks. So how do I get there? I can't jump the fence, can I? No. Well, if I can go left up here, then this will probably take me to it. I don't know if I've been down this way. Oh, yeah. Well, I would loop around to it, but I can't get through this garbage. Can I, like, reconstruct this or something? What am I missing? Okay, I think I figured it out. That was a little bit weird. At one point, I actually did this. I put the barrel there just for fun. I kind of just assumed that's how the barrels normally were. You could build and unbuild them just like bridges. That's actually not true. Like, for example, here I took a barrel to get its lumber, and I can't build it back. So you're actually intended to put a barrel here just so you can get over, I think. Yeah. That is weird. Definitely could have used more feedback there. Honestly, I didn't even expect to have to jump. It didn't seem like kind of any sort of platforming in any way was even part of the game. Because, you know, before it introduced everything. You know, hold X to go up the ladder, which button to press to build and not build. It didn't even say anything about jumping. Now, I have all the bricks I need, but all the bricks I need for what? So I can jump back out, which actually looks like what I'm going to have to do. Or, oh, wait, what? Okay, is that a bug, or am I intended to be able to jump over the fence? I think I'm intended to be able to do that. Which means, wait, I need a barrel to jump over the fence over there, but I don't need a barrel to jump over the fence here? Huh? That makes absolutely no sense.
One summer, Father fell deathly ill. He lay debilitated, inert, and pallid. He passed, leaving no legacy, although he left the apparatus I needed to build one of my own. I would be his legacy. The world's rejection of his work was born of childish phobias of the unfamiliar. I contrived to prove them wrong. My goal was to devise immortality, so that none would ever again suffer the forlorn sorrow and grief that I now felt. The world is as a banquet ruined by an uninvited visitor, all vitality cut from the air. The atmosphere is heavy, the monstrosity that gave it such density departed long ago. Its feast finished, its gluttony exhausted. Still, the weight of its presence remains.
I need that barrel from over there. Which means I need to go across the other bridge.
In playing God, I had inadvertently sentenced them all to their doom, proved their aversion to the unexplored valid. An infected person would at first begin to pale, and after a span of days would start to bleed unendingly. My search for eternal life had led to death, and only to death. The Red Death. My father was a man of altruism, and in attempting to actualize his dream, I was to become the mother of pestilence. As the plague enveloped the earth, rumors of unaffected areas would arise. The people tried to escape to those sanctuaries, but I intuitively knew of its devastating power. There would be no safe haven. But it was not the plague that I hoped to elude. This new, more efficient breed of blood-draining decimation was swiftly presumed to be an act of God, and in their panicked terror, they turned to science, beseeching me for their salvation. I had no answers, no solutions, no remedies, only my secrets and shame. I fled, seeking a place that didn't know me, somewhere that was a stranger to me, resorting to utilizing what I had inherited from my father and my own resourcefulness. I built a construction business and waited for the horrors to fade, fearful that they would take me eventually. The abbey, which I now approach, was once owned by a young prince. As the engulfing outbreak threatened to breach his home, he locked himself and other nobles inside, and threw an extravagant masquerade ball. The townsfolk congregated there in hopes of safety, but to no avail. The prince had taunted death, and death is vindictive.
I'm not really sure what this tunnel is. It's very strange looking. Looks like it's saying I can create something here. I don't have any supplies though. But what could I make? What belongs here? I need supplies from somewhere, but from where? Somewhere in between these buildings? Oh, here we go. So the wood goes into these tunnels somewhere, but how? I guess we're about to find out. Oh, wait, I'm going above? Okay. Whoa. It's a very striking scene, look at that. The crimson moon is further away than it was before. I think I need to do the same on the other side, don't I? I think so. Unless I can jump my way around. Can it be done? I jumped over the fence once, maybe I can do it again? Don't think so. Nope. Oh. For a second I thought I just died. Actually, wait a minute, something's wrong. I think what just happened messed up my character. Cause I can't look up or down anymore. I can move side to side, but not up and down. Let's hope going up this ladder will fix it. Although I suppose I don't need to look up and down, so maybe I'll be okay. Let's see. Yeah, I still can't look up and down. So note to any potential players, don't fall long distances or your character might go crazy. So let's fall large distances again. It'll probably be fixed when I load the next level.
Guilt is not a sensation that one can be easily liberated from, and in surviving the rest of my days, I was in hell. I spent many years witnessing my abomination destroy men, women, and children. The rest of the years observing its aftermath, observing those left behind, trying to rebuild anything of normality in the wake of such destruction. Nobody was left untouched, and everyone thirsted to know what or whom was to blame. As the distance between myself and the Abbey narrows, I reconsider its significance. It is not a shelter. It is a tomb. It is a sepulchre to which I feel a strong gravitational pull. I don't know what I expect to achieve, but I surmise that I must endure this onerous ordeal until its conclusion.
The crimson moon is very, very close now. Look at all this writing. To progress, one must build. To build, one must destroy. To progress, one must build. Destroy, build, destroy, build.
Sobering, isn't it? Seeing them spread out like that, a number so vast even the horizon's curve cannot comprehend it. Come hither to find what you seek. Your birth was marked by death. Some would see that as ominous. People only see what they choose to see, and when what meets their sight is something that they do not immediately empathize with, they attack it, oppress it. You sought to prove their anxieties about the scientific as arbitrary, but you were naive, toying with forces beyond your ken. Your recklessness led to nothing but suffering, but through suffering, progress can emerge. In their panic, they finally welcomed science wholeheartedly. Progress for men and women better than yourself is built on the foundations of the death you caused. Perhaps you were not an omen, but a pioneer. The despair, the agony that you inflicted upon humankind was unprecedented.
All of my beautiful boys, gone.
I would have done anything for my daughter, but nothing I could do was enough. You took her from me.
I lost my mother, and then I was lost too.
I was nothing without my friends. You made me nothing.
Entire families, friends, mentors, scholars, neighbors, whole communities simply erased from history because of you. If you had confessed your fault to the world and accepted your punishment, would this have satisfied you? Would this have satisfied anyone? The concealment of what instigated the virus pushed humanity to seek meaning. Your legacy is a scar upon this world, a scar that will always remain, but the world will heal. Perhaps they may even learn from your mistakes. With their unsanctioned sacrifice, the world is now on a path to progress. To progress, one must build. To build, one must destroy. This does not redeem you. There's nothing for you here but an end, though in this end you may find peace. Now you must decide as you draw your last breath: accept all fates, or let guilt be your oppressor.
That was really impressive in a lot of ways. It's definitely got some flaws, but there's a lot I liked about that. The music is really good. The environmental design is also very, very good. And those two things combine for some very powerful scenes. The music combined with the often very stark contrast of the red death, the red things against everything else all grayish and whitish. Like all those graves right before I entered the chapel. Some really powerful scenes. And looking up at the crimson moon, yeah, there were some really, really nice moments. It definitely does have some flaws, though. The biggest one, to me, was the main gameplay, basically. You know, kind of the main mechanical thing that you do to move across the world is to destroy stuff, to gather components from it, and then use it to rebuild stuff. And that's an interesting idea. It sounds interesting, and I think you could do interesting things with it. But I don't feel like it actually did anything really interesting with it. At least, the only interesting thing about how it was implemented is just more of the potential, like, metaphorical meaning behind it. The idea of having to destroy things to build things. So there's a lot of kind of metaphorical, emotional meaning behind that. But as far as an actual game mechanic, it wasn't really interesting, the way it was used. At first it was novel, it was kind of neat, it's like, oh, this is kind of neat, and then after that, it was just doing the exact same things and nothing ever really changed, and I wasn't really learning anything, and it wasn't all that interesting. It felt more like busy work more than anything. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints. Other than that, it was just really impressive. Yeah, some very powerful scenes. I enjoyed that a lot. Alright, so that has been Beneath the Crimson Moon. Once again, it is completely free. I'll have a link in the description to where you can check it out for yourself. And thank you for watching.